All right, welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm going to recommend you have some kind of block handy today and maybe a strap. Now, a block can consist of anything that's upraised from that can sit on the floor. It could be a can of baked beans if you don't have a block. It could be a kid's toy, it could be a helmet, anything that's going to help. And one of the reasons I want you to do that is today we're going to focus a little bit on twists in the body. And twists work on the external neuromuscular system, but they also work on the organs, the digestive organs in particular. So I find them a particularly useful and helpful part of our yoga. Some people call them rotations. So come to the edge of the chair, feet planted on the floor. Roll the shoulders up, back, down, and rest the back of the hands on the lap. Slightly arch the back. Keep the shoulders back and down. And gently breathe in through the nose. Gradually let each new breath become a little bit deeper, one breath at a time. So you move towards a fuller breath without strain. And then gently take the left hand behind the back and see if you can grip hold of the waistline of your pants. So it brings that left shoulder back in a slight twist, not too deep. And the right hand's just going to rest on the left thigh. So you're in a slight twist. And once again, come back to your breathing. Notice what it's like to breathe when you're in a twist. When the lungs are asymmetrically compressed. Once again, letting each new breath gradually grow deeper and deeper until you feel a full, unstrained breath. Keep holding that slight twist, that easy twist. And turn the head towards the left shoulder, towards the back shoulder. So now the neck has become rotated as well. And notice the impact on your breathing. Let each new breath grow a little deeper. If at any time the twist becomes painful or overwhelming, just degree by degree unwind until you find a part of the twist that's satisfactory. Now, keeping the twist with that left shoulder back Gently turn the head to the right towards the front shoulder and notice how this impacts the breathing. Sometimes you'll find a twist helps open up the breath, and sometimes it'll restrict the breath. Just be curious. Let it grow gradually. 3 more breaths. Relax the grip of the hands. Let that left hand come back to neutral, right hand back to neutral, head to neutral. And just notice how one side of the body may feel different after that prolonged rotation. Let the breathing even out. When the breath is even, take the right hand, once again gently behind the back. Grip hold of the waistline of the pants if you can. That's going to help you anchor that right hand and hold that right shoulder back. Again, we're only doing 50, 60, 70% max twist. So we're not doing a super twist. Left hand crosses over. And once again, take yourself through the increasing breath sequence, where each new breath grows deeper and deeper without strain. And then rotating just the head to the back shoulder. What happens to your breath? Grow the breath. And keeping that twist to the right, slowly turn the head to the left and start to grow the breath. And you may start to feel the impact of the twist, not just on the muscles, but also on the nervous system. You might feel yourself going into a different state of relaxed awareness. And then imagine if you could have X-ray vision that you're looking down inside your rib cage into your belly and realizing that the twist is also affecting the digestive organs, the digestive tract, all that tubing is all twisted. And this twisting can stimulate digestion. Three more breaths. Relaxing the grip. Just allowing the body to organically unwind. And taking 3 breaths here to simply notice the after effect of the twists on both sides of the body. Exhale, slide the hands to the knees and drop the head. Slide the hands back and lift the head and look up. Gently squeeze the shoulder blades. And repeat. Slide round. Slide back. And as you slide the hands forward towards the knees, palm down. And as you slide the hands back, palm up. So you feel the elbows hug into the rib cage and squeezing the shoulder blades. So you're getting a dynamic traction in the back, followed by a squeeze. The head is pivoting forwards and backwards, or down and up. And the next time you come forward, if you have a block handy, just bring the blocks on their tall setting to the side of the mat for now. Just have them handy. We're going to slide the hands a little further down, midway to the shins this time. Let the head come down. And float the arms out to the side like big wings. Press down into the feet, and as you press into the feet, lift the torso and reverse the palms to the sky, and then float the hands up into prayer position above the head, and then down to the heart. Hinge forward, slide the hands to mid-shin, drop the head. Create big wings. Push through the feet, reverse the palms, lift the torso. Reverse swan dive, hands together in prayer above the head and then to the heart, Anjali Mudra. And do 3 more rounds in your own time. If you move faster than me, you can do more than 3 rounds. If you're moving slower than me, you can do less than 3 rounds. Just move at the pace that feels delicious to you. Last round. And then relax and heel toe the feet a little wider on the mat with the feet slightly rotated out. So if you looked at your knees, they're pointing skew to the edge of the mat. And take your block. Now you can take 1 block or you can stack 2 blocks, I don't care. I'm going to start with 2 blocks where 1 block's on the smallest level, the thinnest level, and 1 block's on its tallest level. And then bring the left hand onto that structure. Right hand to the hip and turn to the right. So once again, feeling a different kind of twist, asymmetrically hand positioned. And then we're going to switch sides. So come back through neutral, right hand to the block, left hand to the hip, turning to the left. Once more each side. And we're going to decrease the height of the blocks. So I'm going to go down to one block on its tallest setting and do 2 twists in the same manner on this setting. So we're dynamically moving the muscles in the hip area, the waist area. The legs are taking different centers of masses. Now I'm going to drop the block to its medium level, and so I'm going deeper, closer to the mat. Some of you might already be on the mat, that's okay. So I want you to go to the level that works for you. That's the important level. So if you need to come back up higher, come up higher. If you can go lower, go lower. Twisting side to side. If you need to widen the feet to get lower, you can. And see if you can find what feels like the optimal level. Can you reach the mat, yes or no? And then on the next inhale, slowly come up. We're going to add a little element to that twist. So I want you to think, what was the height above the ground that felt conducive for you? I'm going to use a standing block. Even though I could reach the mat, I found this the most comfortable level for me. Left hand to the block, right hand to the hip, turn to the right. Now this time, endeavor to lift that right hand towards the sky. So that's going to tighten the twist. Look up towards the thumb and then slowly lower it down to the block. Change hands, left hand to the hip, pushing into the block, left hand to the sky, look towards the thumb. So you should feel quite a little more intensity in that twist. Exhale, slowly come down. One more on each side. If you want to change the block for an experiment, you can, either higher or lower. And you could probably see quite a difference in my left side and right side. My left shoulder is still in a recovery phase from being injured, so I have less maneuverability on that left side. Exhale, slowly release, come back to neutral. Take 3 slow breaths here, simply to notice the impact of that dynamic twisting, much deeper twisting. You may even feel it's warmed you up a bit. And then we're simply going to do a nice release in the low back with torso circles. So hands on the thighs or knees, and then orbit the torso around the hips, almost like a big spoon around a big pot. And go to where you really feel that low back lets go as you come forward, and then the other way. Good. Now the next time you come up, we're going to work a little bit on the hips. The hips are rotating. I like to do that one hip at a time, opening left hip, closing, opening right hip, closing. Find the position on your chair, not too far back, so you've got that ability to open and close the hips without too much friction on the seat of the chair. Those who've done a lot of this can add resistance by pressing against the thigh in the direction it's moving. So you're making it harder to open, harder to close. Good way to strengthen the adductors and abductors. Also adds a little core work, which is good. You'll feel that in the core as it tightens up. And even upper body work a little bit, arm strength. Now the next time the left hip opens, pause and heel toe the right leg out into your warrior two legs. Let's do some twisting while we're here. So bringing the right hand back to your chair, left hand crosses over. And then twisting the other way, bringing the left hand into a half bind, grabbing the waistline of the pants, right hand crosses over. Once again, notice the impact on the breathing as you come into a twist. This is while we open the hips in this twist. Let's try that one more time. Rotating to the back shoulder. And then to the front. And then coming into our warrior dance here, float both hands out into warrior two. And from warrior two, we're going to simply float the back hand down to the thigh, top hand over the head, reverse warrior, come back through warrior two, and then leaning forward, elbow to that front thigh, and the back hand comes up over the head, side angle warrior, and then simply move between those three warriors. And just notice any places that feel a little sticky, maybe a little sore, and just compensate. Don't push through any painful areas, just allow. And the next time you come to warrior two, we can pause. Drop the hands. Take the weight into the hands so that the hips can very gently release and return to neutral. Notice the impact on the hips. I feel a natural impulse to want to rotate the torso again, just to release that deep stretch in the hips we created. And do that in both directions for as long as feels right for you. And once you've done that, open the right hip to the right and heel toe the left leg into warrior two on the other side. Well, not warrior two, but warrior two legs. Bring the left hand behind you, right hand crosses over and look back behind that back shoulder and feel the twist. And then rotate and twist the other direction. Remembering the twists are 60, 70% max, not overdoing it. Let's do that again. Back. Front. Release and float the arms up, warrior two. Just like we did on the other side, we're going to start to dance the warriors, back hand down, reverse warrior. Through warrior two, leaning forward, side angle. Now you can float in that dance with the three warriors at whatever speed feels most, I'm going to say delicious, most delicious. Let's look for a delicious feel in our stretches here. So once again, 60, 70% of the stretch, we're not really overdoing it. And that gives us a little more stamina, a little longer to be able to sustain the movement, the dance. And the next time you come through warrior two, we'll slowly release, unwind organically, slowly, carefully, and bring the hips back to neutral. 3 breaths to notice the impact on the hips, the ribs, maybe even the neck. And then we can release the back however you like. I'm going to use torso twirls. You could do a forward fold. And then pause. And then we'll come into a slightly different twist. Rotate both legs to the left side of the chair, so you're sitting side onto the chair. And then take the left hand and the right hand and grip the back of the chair. And use the grip on the chair to leverage yourself into a deeper twist. Keep both feet flat on the floor. And then while you're holding that, make sure the shoulders drop down, even if you have to walk the hands down the chair. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly turn the head to that right shoulder, the front shoulder. And start to turn the head from left to right slowly while you hold the twist. Now the next time you turn the head towards the back shoulder, just lift the left hand to the sky and look up. Exhale, slowly release and make your way to the other side. And once again, you can grip the chair. Keeping the shoulders down may mean keeping the hands down towards the lower part of the back of the chair. Take your time to notice how the breathing feels in this twist. So in a certain way, we've incorporated the lumbar spine into the twist, even though the thoracic spine is doing the deepest twist, and the neck. We can feel that in the lumbar spine as well. And then gently turning the head to the front shoulder, shoulders down. And then turning the head slowly from side to side. And the next time the head comes to neutral, I'm going to raise the right arm to the sky and look up. And then slowly release. And we'll come back to neutral. Notice how the body's starting to feel. We've done a lot of twists today. We've got more to come. Let's rotate, release the back. And then pause, coming into neutral, feet shoulder width or hip width distance apart. We're going to do our classic chair pose, standing pose here. Firstly, by rocking forwards and backwards, and I want you to feel how the shift of gravity goes into the legs, the feet, and then back and releases. And then start doing butt lifts, maybe an inch or so off the chair, and come down without plopping. So you're getting used to the full weight of the body into a squat. Find that leg position, and the next time you come forward, pause and hold. Arms reach out into chair pose, and then slowly stand up. And bring your chair to the top of the mat. Reverse it. And I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see exactly what's going on. Make sure your mat is on a non-slip surface. Both hands to the seat of the chair. Walk back until you feel the first stretch in the back of the legs, the hamstrings. And then imagine someone's pulling your waist back. They're really pulling it back, and you feel that big stretch, that big traction. The ears nestle between the biceps. And then transfer the weight forward into the hands. Keep the heels on the ground so you feel the calf muscle stretch here. Your body might have a slight bend at the hips. It might be straight and back. L stretch. And then forward calf muscle stretch. It's also working on the carpal tunnel of the wrist. A few more. Back and forth. Now the next time you come forward, I want you to step just the right foot forward and check your feet. Both feet are flat, both feet are parallel, hands on the seat of the chair, and both feet are wide. So when I say wide, I'm talking about hip or shoulder width. Keep the right hand on the chair, left hand on the hip. Feel that twist. Option to bring left hand to the sky. So we call this pyramid pose. Left hand down to the chair, right hand to the hip. So we counter twisting, we're coming into the other side. Right shoulder back, right hand to the sky. Coming into revolved pyramid. Exhale, right hand down, step back. L stretch. And this time, left foot forward. Both legs straight. Feel a nice balance. Left hand on chair, right hand on hip. Right hand to the sky. Pyramid. Right hand to chair, left hand to hip. Revolved pyramid. Option to lift that left hand to the sky. And each variation, you're going to feel that stretch right down into the feet, into the calf muscles. One of the truly classic yoga poses, pyramid and revolved pyramid. Exhale, release, step back, L stretch. And then slowly walk towards your chair. Come up gradually with bent knees. And then find the original seated position with your chair facing front. Again, I'm going to recommend you have blocks handy. These are for the feet. If you have long legs, you won't need them because we're going to sit against the back of the chair. So sitting against the back of the chair shortens the leg room, or lengthens the leg room. So elevated feet can be really comfortable. And then take the right hand and the right thumb, and you're simply going to cover the right nostril, breathing in and out of the left nostril. Continue breathing in and out of the left nostril and rotate to the left. So you're breathing through one nostril, twist it to the left. Keep the twist to the left, but turn the head to the right and keep breathing through the left nostril. Slowly release the twist to neutral. Keep breathing through the left nostril. And then release that single nostril breath and relax both hands. Breathing through both nostrils. And then the left hand is going to cover the left nostril, left thumb. Just cover, don't pinch. Breathing through the right nostril now. And then twisting to the right. Breathing still through the right nostril only. Maintain the twist to the right, maintain the right nostril breathing, but turn the head to the left. Keep the pressure on the nostril to a minimum. Release the twist, continue the breath. Release the hand to the lap and notice the unimpeded breath. And bring your hands together at the chest in gratitude for our body, our mind, our breath. Namaste. Thank you.